Good afternoon, everybody. Hello and welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. So I'm at my desk, thought I may as well make some cards with the stamp sheets that we stamped last night. And that flying seagull card is making its rounds on the internet right now. It's a special, it's a fancy fold. So I thought I'd have a go at it. And I took part in a vlog hop last week, and one of the ladies on that vlog hop had a go at it. There's been quite a few people having a go at it, so I'm not saying her name just to single her out in particular, and if you've had a go at it as well, do wave and say hello. I've just watched Trisha Smith, her video on it. Then I'm looking now at the blog of who's this, Crafty Karen, and I think Karen Tilley may have done it as well. Definitely Kylie Bertucci has done it, and you know there's been lots of casings of it going around, so I don't know who the originator was, but there we go. There are lots and lots of folks out there who've done it. It is just like a fancy fold that you can then put your own spin on it. So I'm definitely going to put my own spin on it. I'm known for stamping whole sheets, one sheet wonders, and I love finding new ways to kind of use them and display them in a really nice way. So there we go. You're watching Big Hero 6. Okay, that's fine, Claire. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Valerie, Janice, Bob, Elaine, Linda, Darlene, Nessa, Annie, Valerie. Hello. Who have I not said hello to? Nice to see you. It is Margaret. Is it Margaret Woods? Have I got that right? Anyway, let's get... Oh, no. Hold on. Start server. What's going on? What's going on here? Okay, at least I'm still showing on that camera. Let me just double check this. Refresh cache. Ah, there we go. Right. Right, let's I have grabbed out all my retiring coloured cardstock. Good morning, Miss Sheila. Nice to see you. I think I will start with this one. And I'm going to look for a nice base to put this on, and I'm going to just grab out all the colours that are, I know are definitely in there. There's that one, there's the mango, the macaron, the pear. I haven't got so much as say saffron, so maybe we won't use that one. I do start to get jittery when I start to run out of certain colours. So I know it's retiring, but you know, I might just need it. I might need it. She made 2 different versions. Ah, okay. It was who? Susan Campfield. She started this recent flurry. Ah, okay. Let me have a quick look for her then. See if she's got a blog post about it. If she has, I'll follow hers. It is helpful when people do blog posts. I know I'm not so good at doing that always, but it is useful if you need quick Campfield. If you need quick measurements and you haven't got the time to figure them out. Right, let's have a look. So right, hold on. Oh, on hers you have to purchase it. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to Crafty Karen because she's got the measurements there. So she said she used 3 pieces of cardstock measuring 4 1/8 by 8 1/4. So I think I might just go for the Bermuda Bay, have that as my base, and then do some really nice matting layers using the stamped one sheet wonder that I did yesterday. So I'm probably going to get 2 sheets of this, aren't I? And so she says that we need to score 2 of these pieces. So what I'm going to do is actually just score my big sheet first, because I'm going to be having to score them anyway. And so I'm going to do that first. It says on the long side, score 2 of the navy at 2 1/4. Right, I'm hoping these measurements are correct. I've got no reason to believe they're not, but you know, sometimes people do make mistakes. 2 1/4, 4, 6 1/4. So that's a measurement that's a little tricky to see on our trimmers. And cut at, what's that, 8 1/4. Oh, I may have fitted this in the other way. Oh well. Yeah, actually, because that's, yeah, I could have fitted it in. I'm not going to get this in, am I? She says 4 1/8. Oh, okay, yeah, no, can just about do that. So I could have done it the other way. Oh well. Never mind. Right, and then you need another piece for... Alright, so I've got 2 of those. And then you need various pieces of DSP. Now, I want to do a matting and layering kind of effect here, really. So I'm actually going to... I think I'm going to do that on these sections here. So she did 2 inches by 3 7/8. So 4 pieces of DSP at 2 and 3 7/8. I'm going to use, should I use mint macaron? I think I'll use mint macaron. Okay, so she said 4 of these at this measurement. So we're going to measure this, cut this at 2 inches and 2 inches. I'll put the link to these measurements in the description if you want to do this yourself. So 3 7/8. Make sure these are together because I'm going to cut these together just to save a bit of time. So cut at 3 7/8 and then 3 7/8. So I've got 4 of those. 2 pieces at 1 1/2 by 3 7/8. And then 1 piece of 3 7/8 squared. Sometimes it's quite nice to follow somebody else's instructions and not have to think of all the measurements yourself. Now I know how you guys feel when you watch me now, or I give you all the measurements. Right, so that means I need to cut my panel. I don't know if this is going to get, is this going to get folded in half? Yeah, I think this piece gets folded in half, so let's just do the scoring for that. So that's 8 1/4, so that would be 4 1/8, is that all right? Just done that 4 1/4 though. Right, 8 1/4 by... Oh, I've actually done that too big. Right, I need to go back in and check the others that I've not done these incorrectly, these ones. Alright, so I believe that this then needs to get scored at 4 1/4. Because that's going to get folded. Alright, let me just double check these ones. Anyway, I'll have a quick look at the chat in a second. Sorry, I've been having my head down. Yeah, that's correct. Alright. Okay, let's see who else is in the chat. Hi, Annie. Oh, yes. You put little smokies in her food dish and she ate them. I still have to try again this morning. Oh. You're going to use up your Wash with Beauty DSP. Cheer me on. I do cheer you on. Hello, Shaz Conabir. Hello. Hi, Barb. Hi, Gail. Hi, everybody. Apologies for those of you who are rewatching last night's video, for some reason I forgot, it's totally my fault, I forgot to switch on the like the chat after so that the chat would be visible. For some reason I just didn't do it. I'm so sorry. We are making one of those seagull, those flying seagull cards. I'm not sure if I'm folding this correctly. Hold on, I need to go look at my crib sheet. No, that's definitely not right. Hold on. What's that? Oh no, that's that. That goes like that. That goes along there. Oh, that goes like that and like that. There we go. Right, so that panel, that goes like that. That comes forward. That goes back. And then that goes on the front like that. So that's your flying seagull bit. Right. So what I want to figure out now is where exactly I want to put my decor. So I definitely want a really nice section of this to go on the front panel. And then I'm thinking I'd also like some sections to be decorated here, here, and here. Okay. Now what I've got to decide is if I want that pattern to kind of carry on, or do I just kind of go for it? Do I just cut it and see what happens? So let's see if that over that would look nice, wouldn't it? You get a good section of the sunflower if I do that. Or I could do that section there. That's quite a nice piece, isn't it? I like that one because it's got the nice big bit in it. But then I could use this section for decorating the pieces that go down the side. So this section needs to be cut at 1 and... oh, should we do really fine thin ones? If I cut that at 1 7/8. So that's 2 of those. Then if I cut this at 4 inches... turn that cut at 4. Theoretically, I could make another card, couldn't I? So that's going to go on. Oh no, I need less. Ruthie numpty. 3. Cut that down to 3 3/4. I forgot I cut that down much more. Right. There we go. That fits onto there. Right, so that's that panel to go on there. Pretty. Then that piece is to go on there. So I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4. I turn it around because I like that bit better. So I'm going to go that one on there, that one on there, and then I need to cut 2 more that same size. And what was that bit for? 2 pieces, 1.5 by 3 7/8. Oh, I was meant to do another one. This one. 3 7/8. Okay, so I need to cut some more of this lovely stamping to go onto here and here. So now, because I stamped the ranunculus, that script on there, there is a right way up and a wrong way up. So I'm just making sure I get that correct. think that would be nice on that one, wouldn't it? I just cut this down to 3 3/4. That will be perfect. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Hi Gwen, I discovered your channel and I'm hooked. Oh, thank you. Kylie did this a few weeks ago. Oh, did she? Great. They are doing the rounds, and I'm not usually one to kind of like jump on a bandwagon, but I do like it when I find designs that use up, you know, either DSP or, you know, stamp one sheet wonders in a way that really shows them off. And to me it ticks more than just, oh, it's popular, you know, the popular box. There's more to it. Now, if I have less DSP, I know what, I'll save that piece for another day, because I've got 2 more sections to go on here, and I think it'd be nice to team this with some DSP, because sometimes it's nice to team it with something that's a little bit more plainer. So, where's my pack? Just going to see if I've got anything that's retiring that I need to use up. Ooh, like something like that. Or even, ooh, that would be beautiful. That, something like that. Have I got another one of those? Oh, yeah, I have. Right, I'm going to keep this out because I've got some Blushing Bride, haven't I, in the other sheets that I did last night. So it might be that those come in useful. So, right. Hello. Oh, hi, Susan. Welcome back. Oh, how are you feeling? I'm amazed you can type. Oh, mind you, your other eye's good now. So yes, you can type, can't you? 1 and... So 1.5, so I'll do 1 3/8. Oh no, let's cut that off. Hold on. What's that? 3 3/4. 1 3/8. Janice is hunting for her desk. Oh, bless. Where did you last see it, Janice? Right, so will that fit on there? Yay! That fit on there? Yay again. And will we have a nice little panel maybe left over to do a matting layer on the inside of here to do our writing? So what have I got left? 3 1/4. So let's just do a nice little matting layer for there. And I'll get a bit of I've got some scraps in here. That'll do. What does that measure? We'll do that at 2 7/8. Just do that and cut that off. Right, so that will sit. Oh, that's a bit dirty on the other side. Let's just. Okay, let's do some gluing, everybody. Now to find a glue that's full. Oh, Bob, have you lost your desk as well? Do you need some help? I think that glue is on its way out. I've had it tipped up for the last few days, and that is all I got out of it. I think I've cut this wrong, but anyway. It's just the section to write on, so it's not a biggie. Yeah, that's definitely gone, that one. Right, time for a new one. Hi Gina, good morning. Hi Georgiana. Oh, it was there this morning. Oh, well, it sounds like you've been pretty busy. That's a good excuse. 10 cards, that's amazing. Right. I'm going to make sure this is nice and straight. Oh, I thought that was straight, and then I looked at the other side and went, oh, it's not straight. Right, let's make sure this is the right way up. Because I know from far away it might not look like there's a right or a wrong way, but believe you me, that little scripty thing, when you look closely, you can see, you can make out the word jewellery there. So if the word jewellery is upside down, it's wrong. Right, so this is going to go, no, not like that. That's going to go like that, and that is going to stick on the top there, you see. So let's do one side and then do the other. So I've got that to go on there, that to go on there, and that to go on there. Oh, you've got storms. Oh, Valerie, yeah, be careful. I know a few of you have had quite bad storms. Rough night here in Arkansas. Lots of storms and a tornado warning. Oh, I bet you didn't. No, that's a bit worrying. So I'm just trying to poke my chair in so I can... This is a brand new one, but I think it must have got a little bit of a clog in it somewhere. Come on. Oh, you're not very happy, are you? Not a happy glue. Well, we'll make the most of it. We'll do the dabbing technique instead. Actually, I've got a good mind to turn you over and use the other side. Thank you, Valerie. Oh yeah, Sheila, are you okay where you live? So often people use just the fine tip end of these glues, but the other end is really quite useful, because if you get the hang of just squeezing it just the right amount and giving it a swish, it spreads the glue brilliantly. So, the amount of times I've done that and people have gone, I didn't know there was another side to that. So yeah, there's this sort of chiselled end, which is great as a glue spreader. It really is. I bet this is somebody saying, yeah? Somebody gonna go, what are we having for dinner?
Veronica's here. You're doing a live, are you?
Yeah, I'll be there I'll be in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Guys, can you talk amongst yourselves for a second? I just need to go and say hello to somebody. I'll be back in a minute, okay? Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute, okay? Please, I'm sorry about this. I've just really got to speak to somebody. I'll be back. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. It's just a lady who I've not seen for absolutely ages, and yeah, it's just important that I say hello to her. So sorry about that. Back to it now. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm just going to have to stick a bit over the top, because otherwise that's going to be very gooey. Tom didn't realise I was doing a live, and he'd got her to come round to the back gate, so I needed to go and see her. Thanks for your waiting for me, everybody. Thank you. I'm sure you understand that, you know, sometimes when people want to say hello who are a little bit, you know, they're not super confident people, and if they take the time to come visit, it's important to go say hello to them. So, right. Where's my little bone folder gone? Right, let's give this a really good burnish. So that's got to meet up to that. And the video I saw that that lady did, whose blog I'm following, oh sorry, I've forgotten her name, Crafty Karen, she just put a bit of tape across it, and I thought, you know what, that's such a great idea, because you're not going to see the tape and it does make life a bit easier. So, oh yeah, thank you everyone. All right, so that now is going to be stuck right over the top of there. So I'm just going to see, it does overhang a little bit over the sides, which is great because it means I haven't got to worry about it being absolutely perfect. That's nice. Right, while you guys are all sitting and chatting and whatever, I've got 2 more other Stamp One Sheet Wonders that I want to play with and maybe do a nice fancy fold with. If anyone's got any special requests and I can look it up and find instructions, or if you think it's something that I've already done before, please let me know in the chat, because I'm quite happy to take requests for fancy folds. Stick that like that. Okay. Thank you, Georgiana. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Not seen this one. Oh my goodness. It's so funny because I sometimes worry about doing stuff that, you know, is doing the rounds, as it were. It's sort of doing the rounds on the kind of on Pinterest, on YouTube, places like that. And I think, oh no, everyone's doing it. But there's always somebody who's it's their first time of seeing this. So the idea is that pops into there. It's called the Flying Seagull. I think so I'm sure somebody shared it in Artful Stampin space recently as well. Right, so that goes down like that. It's good to give these all a good burnish. So it's called the Flying Seagull card. There we go. And so some people don't do this extra flap. They just do a single flap. Not even a flap, sorry. No flap. Just a single piece of cardstock. But the addition of this means that you can then write on the inside here, but some people just write on the back. So it's up to you if you want to do that panel there. But there we go. It sort of stands nicely, doesn't it? Although I'm finding that actually, look at that wants to fall over. So, well, yeah, as long as if you put that to the back, it's not so bad. But anyway, it's a lovely way of showing off the Stamp One Sheet Wonder, and I think it looks gorgeous with that gingham. Really pretty. You've not seen it either, Melanie. Ah, there we go. Oh, please do. Right, I will share the link now in the chat, but I will also put it in the description afterwards. And as has already been mentioned, this lady's not the only one that's ever done it. There are quite a few out there. So if you do the search on Pinterest or YouTube, if you just look up Flying Seagull fun fold, then you'll find it. So, okay, it's quite a big one though, so you've got to make sure the person's got quite a bit of space on their mantelpiece. So, oh, sorry, it was my cup. I thought I had some drink left, but I don't. Okay. Right, any other fun folds? I mean, sometimes actually having a look at what the design is like also tells you what would make a nice kind of fun fold. Right. This one might make quite a nice easel card. Oh, lovely, Sharon. Susan Campfield was the originator. Oh, there we go. So Susan Campfield, let me grab her. I'm sure I just looked up her website. Yes, I did. Right, I will send the link to Susan Campfield's as well in the chat. A book fold, maybe. Oh, okay, yes, I did one of those the other day. Yeah, I don't mind doing that one. Have you done the circular fun fold? Oh, a circular one. Actually, I have got this circle dies that I'd like to perhaps play with because they are about to retire. So let me just have a look at a circle fun fold and see what we can find on Pinterest. So circle fun fold. If anyone can Google one and show me. There's the one where you fold. You have just looking at one now. Oh, okay. Someone's done one and they've got video. They've got the measurements on their channel. So hold on, who's that? Sunny Day Stamping. Who's that? Cutting and dimensions. Right. Just going to the blog now. Let's have a look at hers. I do like the flying finch. Oh, the endless, yeah, the endless cards. Yes, those are cool. Okay, so we could do a circle fun fold, only I may have to do it with this one because that's got script that has to be cut this way. So I'll use this one. Right, so let's look at the colours then. Quite like a little bit of dramatic Mary Malone for this one. So this one I'm going to score at 10.5, which is 4 1/8 basically. But if you want to do 4 1/4, just do 4 1/4. I'm going to cut that at 14.5 centimeters, which is roughly 5 3/4. But you guys who have letter size may want to do it 5.5. That's absolutely fine. And ooh, no, Ruth, don't do that. So we're going to cut a circle in here, but I think I actually want to cut a circle through the DSP that I've stamped as well. So I'm just going to cut that to 10 centimeters. What do I want to do? I'm trying to think where the circle would go. No, I might do this one down here. Cut 10 by 14. Right, so I'm going to very carefully just put glue down the outer edge, because I want to cut out a circle from the inner section, so I don't want any glue on it. All right, so these are the dies that are retiring. I'll go for that one, I think. infinity cards. Oh yes, those are fun. I have done one of those recently. I've actually got one in an envelope that I was meant to send to Miss Glenna, which I might be able to show you. Hi Jackie, cards with folds coming in from each side. Main detail in the centre. You did it a few weeks back. Cards with folds coming in from each side. Ooh. If you could, I don't know if you could find the video, Jackie. Card with folds coming in from each side. Ew, I've got some bits stuck to my plates. Just getting that off. Alright, so place that in the middle, but a little bit sort of towards the top of the card. And I'm wondering if, while I'm here, I think I might just cut a smaller circle. It will all make sense in a moment once I've done it. Okay. Hi Vicky. I'm sure I will hang on to the circle dies for a little bit. Yeah, Nessa. Yeah. Just check that's cut all the way through. I think it has. Yes, it has. Okay, so I've got that section there. That might just need an extra cut through. I might just run that through again because this needs an extra bit of oomph on there. You've got the ovals and the squares. Yeah, and the stitched rectangles are going this year as well. But we do have, I was wondering whether to play with it. I've got the new stylish, is it Stylish Shapes? And they've got stitching on them. If the circles are retiring, will you keep them anyway? And what will they be replaced with? Well, as I said, the Stylish Shaped ones, if I just give you a quick flash of those, we've already got kind of a nested circle in this one, which I could perhaps have used instead of this. But for the sake of, you know, obviously giving people an alternative, I will show people those other ones. All right, so now we've got to figure out how to do the central portion. So the central portion is going to have another panel stuck inside it. So let me just go and have a look at that. All right, so it sits inside here and then it folds halfway and then folds back. So what colour? Should we go for a bit of Blushing Bride? Oh no, that's Petal Pink. That's wrong. So this piece of cardstock needs to measure just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut this at 14. Then I'm going to score it at 10. Then at 15. And then open it up and cut at 20. So I guess you could do that at 4 inches, 2 inches and 2 inches. So this is going to fold back like so. And then that panel is going to sit just inside there. I don't think I've ever made one of these cards. I've seen them done, but I've not done it myself. So this is quite fun to be able to do this. And of course, if you wanted to decorate the inside panel, then that would be nice. Got a really good burnish. There we go. And then, you guessed what we're going to do? We're going to stick that panel in there. Now, do I want to stick that in there as well? Or I may just stick that on there just to make it a bit thicker. I could stick that panel there. Actually, I quite like that. I might just cut myself another piece using this. Right, let's see if I've got one that matches that size. Ah, not quite. Never mind. Just going to go through my little scrap bag. No, that's a bit folded up. Oh, perfect. That'll do. Oh, will it do? Oh, just about. Just have to be very careful how that goes in. Try not to move it. The Twist and Pop from 20th of March. Okay. Yeah, the Twist and Pops are fun. They're one of those things that they can seem a little bit complicated, but they're not. They aren't actually as complicated as you think. Right, so I'm going to stick this circle onto my Mary Mallow circle, and then I need to line it up carefully with the front of my card, just to make sure it aligns properly, because we cut this from this. Nope. Yes, that's right, isn't it? just spin it round. I mean, this is the way to find out properly where it's meant to go. Put that panel back in. Okay, so let's lift that off. Bit of glue there. Push that down. Just getting rid of the glue on my fingers. Right. Okay, there you have your circle fancy fold. I don't know if this is what you meant when you asked for this one, but this is the one that I found, so there we go. And this is a really great fancy fold without having to do all the... Do you remember there was that fancy fold where you had to kind of like put it through the cut and emboss machine, and then you had to kind of put your plate halfway to make sure it only cut half of it? This is such a simpler way of doing it. Okay, because you just, yeah, that's it. You know, it works. And then you've got obviously got an area to inside there to write your message as normal. Okay, so super duper easy, that one. Right, so some people are saying about the twist and pop. Okay, I can do that one. So if I go with, I might do a very vanilla base actually, and then bit of purple sauce. Go for a kind of very gentle feel to it, maybe even with a bit of crumb cake. Alright, so let's cut the base. So it's a top fold tent card. When you do these, hi Nessa, hi Joanna, hi Cindy, nice to see you, hi Gail. Oh, hi Julie. What? You're up very late. Okay, again I'm going to just score at 14.5 just to make my life a bit easier. Okay, so the twist and pop section. So if I do this set, I'm going to cut a panel at 5 centimeters. I'm going to score it at 2.5. So that's about 2 inches. And then score at 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres. Then I'm going to cut this at 20 centimetres. And then score it at 10. Okay. Right, so really burnish this. Really burnish it there. Now I'm going to attempt the method where you don't line it up and do a line and join the lines and all that, because theoretically if I fold this right in the centre here, there, if I fold that over on that point there and line up this fold with this one, the diagonal with the vertical, sorry, not diagonal, the horizontal with the vertical, that should create my line that I need. So here I'm just going to fold at that point there. There. And again line up this line with this line here. And as long as that follows the line there, that should work. Okay. And then you should be able to do that. So then the other thing you can do is actually snip off that corner, because it gets very bulky. There you go. And I think I may also just snip off some of the end, because I really don't want it to overhang what I'm about to do. So I'm going to set that aside just for a second, and I'm just seeing if I've got a scrap piece of vanilla that I can use. No, okay, I don't. Or do I just use a bit of crumb cake? Or a paper souse. I'll use a paper souse instead. Okay, so I'm going to cut myself a piece of paper a cardstock rather, that measures over 9 centimetres, so 3.5 inches tall. And then I'm going to score at every 5 centimetres or 2 inches, so 5, 10, 15, oh, off to the post office, see you later, Wend. Okay, so that's going to be my foldy bit. Okay, although does it go like that? Yeah, it might be that way. We meant to have the mountain in the middle, although I may have to check that. I may have got that wrong. And then I'm going to look for some crumb cake. I've got some nice little offcuts, so I don't have to cut into a whole sheet. So this I'm going to cut at 8.5, and then I'm going to cut myself some 4.5 centimetre panels. Is So this is just to do a bit of framing of my Stamp One Sheet Wonder. So I need 4 of those. And then I want to get this. Figure what section I want to cut out. So I'm actually going to go down to 8 centimetres. I'm going to cut this at 10. So I need 4, 8, 12 centimetres of pattern across here. Okay. Cut that there. Cut this down to 8. I think I'll take the section off the top. A bit off the top and the bottom, because I want the top of that flower. Okay, so I'm going to cut at 4. Oh no, I needed more. 16. I wasn't counting properly. It was 16 centimetres I needed, not 12. Right, let's get these stuck down before I forget what I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was the end panel, wasn't it? 1, 2, 4. What's everyone doing for Easter? Are you guys at home or are you going away? Oh, that's actually upside down, so I'm going to have to swivel the whole thing round in a second. But anyway, I'll keep it like this for a sec, because otherwise I'm going to confuse myself, which isn't hard to do. You're feeding 25. Why did we get quiet? Yeah, you're all gone very quiet. Well, some of you are half asleep. Some of you are like just getting up, and some of you should be in bed. So, you know, there's only a few of us Brits in here that are kind of... And it's afternoon for us Brits. We're supposed to be having siestas right now. Family coming here for the day and a nice roast dinner. Ooh, up north. Oh, Harrogate's lovely country. Lovely. Lovely part of the world. Right, so... a nice ham with rice and potatoes. Yes, I think Easter is my favourite spiritual holiday because it's so special. We are having a Good Friday service at our church. We haven't had one for quite a while because, well, you know, there's been things going on. And, but we are this year. That's not right. That way around. Need to get the hot cross buns in. Oh, I see. It's quite, sorry. It is quite a lot. I'm presuming you're not doing all the cooking though, Linda. Your family will be doing some. Right. So that's that section ready. So now to decorate our card a bit more. So I'm thinking it would be nice to pop some of that on there, or to have half and half, because if that's going to go there, oh, actually I prefer having it plain so it sort of shows it off a bit more. Oh no, it's not wrong to say. I think it's really special. It's like it's the most important occasion in the Christian calendar. It's what Christians, it's the central message of Christianity, isn't it? That Christ's death. So no, I think it's wonderful if you truly embrace it. Nieces are coming over Easter egg hunt. Oh. Yeah, I think we are, the local Baptist church do an Easter egg hunt, but I think they're doing it the following Saturday or the following Sunday. I can't, something like that. And May is still quite excited about an Easter egg hunt. You know, she's 13, but she still gets excited about stuff like that. So I think we'll, if the weather's nice, we usually go up to Montgomery Castle for that. It's got lovely castle ruins, so it's great to hide Easter eggs. Right, so that's going to go in there and there. I suppose you could always have a panel for a greeting above and below. Oh, actually, I might christen these, not use these yet. Let's see what size these are. Oh, that would fit nicely there, wouldn't it? That one. Good Friday is your favourite service. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you just got an emergency alert that all the roads in the country are impassable. If you get stuck, you're on your own. Oh, wow. At least they've warned you, Annie. Oh, in Ripon. Oh, lovely. That sounds lovely, Joanna. All right, I'm cutting these out. I haven't got anything to stamp on them, but I just thought I'd cut them out. Although, as I said yesterday, that True Beauty has got some really nice sentiments. Just because. Just because. To me. That would look nice, wouldn't it? If I stamp it in the Merry. Oops, come back. It's nice and dark, isn't it? These dies are lush. Really, look at the detail. So it's a bit of a favourite word of mine, that is. It's lush, that is. Oh! Right, I'll do that one again in a second. I forgot to check for the halo wing. Okay. Right, that one's all right. Yay! Right, let's cut that again. I'm going to do it off screen. You don't need to see me do that again, do you? Right, let's clean that off. Okay. Make sure there's no ink where it's not to be. No rocking, Ruth, just straight down and straight up. Yes! Did I just get a bit of ink off my hand? Right, put the Merry Mallow away. Right, I feel like I should have put something a little bit more interesting on this piece here. So I'm wondering whether to get out the Ranunculus Romance and stamp in green. In the Pear Pizzazz, just to do a little bit of interest in the background, because I think that just looks a little bit boring. And I don't do boring. Hello, Kay! Oh, that's so sweet, Bob. That's a lovely memory. He'd walked ahead of... Oh, that's lovely. Just makes it a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? I check for halos all the time since I've stamped so many. That's good. Obviously, I don't. But, you know, it's so that, you know, you won't. Did your son like his card? He did. Thank you, Julie. He did. Yeah. He's also been enjoying his new hockey stick. The only thing about, you know, children getting better at certain things is that then their tastes get more expensive because they prefer higher quality equipment. So anyway, I did message the family and go, if anyone wants to put some money towards, you know, Ethan's present. So I think it's because they prefer that basically the better you get at hockey, the lighter you want the stick. So it has more carbon fibre on it. So. Right, so this is going to go on here. So what I'm going to do is actually open that up and stick this along this section here. And the best thing to do is actually to measure the central point and pop a little mark. And when I say a mark, it doesn't necessarily need to be a pencil mark, it just needs to be a mark. So 5 1/4. About there. I'm just going to mark that there. And just going to put a bit of glue. Now this is the point where you have to make sure that the glue actually gets spread to the far reaches of the fold. Not over, but just right up to the edge of the fold. Absolutely. The thing is with Stampin' Up products though, you've kind of reached the pinnacle. And if you're a beginner stamper and you come across Stampin' Up products, it's really hard to then be buying inferior products. And I'm not saying that all companies out there are inferior, but there certainly are some that are not as good as others. All right. I'm just trying to find my glue eraser. There it is. I don't know what that mark is doing on there. Oh no, why doesn't that lie flat? I don't think I need it to lie flat though, do I? So that's all right. Okay. Right, so then we need to stick that to that. It's upside down, Ruth. Got to make sure this is the right way round. So there are a couple of ways of doing this. There's the way that you fold it up, and then this is before you stick it in. You kind of put glue there and there, you know, do that. But if you've already stuck this in, this is the easiest way to do it, I think. So where you open this up and you fold these in. And basically you've got to make sure that everything is sort of smack bang in the middle. So I'm eyeballing this measurement here and this measurement here, so that's halfway. Then these two align with my section of my matting layer, so that's all good. So then I just put some glue on the top right there, and then the bottom left. And you can do it the opposite way round if you want to, just folds in a slightly different way, but either way is fine. And then all you do is you lift that up and push that down, lift that and push that one down. It's easier if I do it that way. Because I can't remember which one it is, I'm just going to rub all of them. Yeah, definitely cardstock. I say you have to have the triadic, you know, quality really. Ink, stamps and card. Quality ink, quality stamps and quality card. You can sometimes get away with one of those things not being quite right, but if you want a really good result, then all three need to be good. All right, there we go. That's your pop there. Could perhaps have done it in the green just so that it didn't show up so much, but anyway, I've done it now. Too late. Kind of shows off the mechanism a bit, because you know the engineers in your family will be going, but how does it work? And of course, doing it in a separate colour, it means that you can tell them a bit easier. You can show them a bit easier. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Right, so let's use up these scrap pieces just to decorate the front. So let's see how much I've got of this. I'm hoping I've got 20 centimetres. I've got 20. Yay, I have. Okay, so I'm going to cut that in half. I just fancy doing a bit of embossing on this. Probably don't need as much as that. I might just cut that one in half. So basically I need this measurement and this measurement to make up to 14. So have I done that? Oh yeah, no problem at all. Okay, so what does this measure? About 2.5 inches. So I know what, I'm just going to cut that down to 2.5. I'll cut that down to 1.5. No, that's 2.5. That's 1.25. Oh, I could just do a bit of stamping on the top of that. Cut this down to 10 centimetres. So that can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Let's see if I've got any ink left on here. That'll do. Some of the dies I bought elsewhere are almost impossible to cut. I have to shim them up. Sometimes I have to use my Big Shot, sometimes my Gemini. Oh, that's not good. Please watch out also for... So Stampin' Up products, just for those of you who are perhaps new to the company, should only ever be purchased if you want to have that guarantee of it working. Should only ever be purchased via a demonstrator. Whether it's yourself as a demonstrator or you're purchasing it from somebody else who's a demonstrator. And you must also, if you want it, always insist on a receipt, because Stampin' Up! Have proper order forms and you can ask for the proper order form. So if something happens where you can't get in hold with your demonstrator and you need to be able to say, contact Stampin' Up! And say, I purchased this and it's broken or whatever, you need to be able to contact Stampin' Up! And go, I placed, you know, this order was placed around here or then, and, you know, you may not know the order number, but if you have a date and your name, you should be able to trace it back. And yes, you can buy second-hand products, but of course there's no guarantees with those, because, you know, you've purchased them way after the original purchase. So if you ever see Stampin' Up! Products advertised like on Amazon or eBay or anything of that ilk, be very, very wary, please, because that is not, those are not official channels. So you are risking, and dare I say it, sometimes they're not even official stamps and dies. Unfortunately, there are knockoffs, which Stampin' Up! Are battling. There we go. There's your fancy fold, using that lovely Stamp One Sheet Wonder from last night. So I actually used half that sheet. Oh, I meant to use that one, not that one. But never mind, it's all right. It's done now, isn't it? When I buy second hand, I check the name to see if they're a demonstrator. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I mean, customers do sell second hand. I mean, customers are allowed to sell off their products, and demonstrators are allowed to sell off their products once it's retired. Okay, I'm not allowed to sell anything that's current until that date when it goes. So even though I'm demonstrating some of these stamps and I'm saying, oh, it's going to be retiring, and, you know, some of my customers can kind of put their name against some stuff, but I cannot actually receive money or part with the goods until they've actually retired. So, right, I am going to lovely and leave you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I will just go through quickly the cards that I made. So we've done 3 fancy folds today. So this is the Flying Seagull, with an adaptation to have it fold up that way. So there we go, and that's how that one stands, which is quite pretty. So you kind of see those sections, and then you get a little glimpse of it in there, which you could I guess display it that way. But then, you know, they're Stampin' Up. Ah, that's true. Yeah, that's true, Nessa. And then there's this one, which is super duper easy to do if you've got any kind of dies that will cut that out. You may find that some of the punches actually reach far enough in to be able to do that. So, okay. It shows off that Stamp One Sheet Wonder. It kind of brings a focal point to that little section of flowers, doesn't it? And then the final one. So pop, pop one, twist and pop. Ta-da! There we go. Could make great calendars. Oh yes, yeah, that one would. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you don't have to have the double. You can just have that. Yeah. Right, everybody, I've got to go and think what to have for dinner. I have got some chicken drumsticks in the fridge, so I can't decide whether to go for curry or something else. I'll go and ask the children. Right, thank you for watching, everyone. Take care for now, and I hope to be back later with a stamped one sheet wonder. Oh, I'm going to get to be able to change my catalogue imagery soon, aren't I? Because it's going to be a new one. Yay! So